Welling United management team with Richard DImmo and Mike Jones after a disappointing result against Sydenham. DImmo, for me, I thought they just about deserved it. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. They've obviously come here with a game plan. And for me, we just haven't turned up today. I've got to give them a lot of respect. They've come here, got in our faces, gone into challenges, got in our faces, and we haven't responded. And disappointed me in a massive way, because we're better than that. They've come here, they've not let us play our football, and I've got a lot of respect for that. They've come here and done the business, really.
Is there anything you try and do at that stage when you work out that the first 15 minutes they're trying to stop you playing?
I was going to make some changes, but Mike said to me that let's give it another 5-10 minutes. They went 1-0 up, then all of a sudden we've got one back against the run of play in my eyes. So once we got the goal back, I kept it the same, come in at half time, gave them the right bollocking, told them they haven't turned up, they haven't done what we've told them to do. They're falling into their trap of dropping. So they're arguing amongst ourselves.
The game got played today, how they wanted to play it?
Yeah, massively. Like I said, they've come here with a game plan, and the game plan worked. And at the end of the day, they deserve the 3 points.
Mike, half-time 1-1, got out of jail a little bit. What's the mood and what are you saying in the change room?
Yeah, we did get out of jail. I mean, DImmo's let them know in no uncertain terms what we felt in the first half, and I think they knew that. You know, there was no hiding from the performance. But all I said was, you know, look, let's relax a bit. I didn't think they had much more levels to go up. I thought that was as well as they could play. I thought they did it excellently. Whereas I didn't think we'd got out of first gear in terms of effort or quality or our urgency. And yet we'd come in at 1-1, so we were trying to take the positives from it. I just, like DImmo says, I think they came here with a game plan, and they've dictated everything. They've dictated the pace of the play, the energy, the flow, the attitude of it, and full credit. I thought if we'd have got a draw, it would have been against a run of play. So it's something for us to learn from, and I think in the long run it will stand the boys in good stead.
Do you think their defence handled Ryan and Brimmer really well? And I mean, you tried to get Lambs forward on the left-hand side as well. But do you think they coped with you well today?
Yeah. I think the last time we played, me and DImmo were talking about it this morning. We've watched the highlights of the cup game when we won 2-1 down here a few times, and I think we really troubled their back four. And today, you know, Golding and Brimmer have tried, but I think their back four they've snuffed us out. I think they snuffed out the passes. I think anything we were trying was from deep or was, you know, it was an acute angle, and they've not given us a lot to go on. It's just been one of those tough old games today where, you know, as DImmo says, we scored a free kick, bit against the run of play. Didn't really see much else coming. I think we've had a couple of other half chances, certainly at the end when it's getting a bit nervy, but, you know, I think 2-1 is probably a fair result, unfortunately.
DImmo, you went down to 10 men. What happens then when you've gone down to 10? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get a draw? Are you trying to get messages to the players? Are you thinking about substitutions, going for the win?
Well, as soon as he got sent off...
it's 5 minutes of the second half, yeah? So that's a long way to go.
It's disappointing, but that's the life of football. In my eyes, I said to Mike that I'm going to have to change it. I'm going to have to freshen people up. Our midfield lacked that bit of... Do
you think the midfield and the forwards were a little bit isolated? They weren't quite linking up today, because I felt that Ryan and...
To be honest with you,
were both a little bit isolated.
Like I said to you, they've come in with a game plan, and it worked. We played a lot of long ball, where we don't play a lot of long ball. And respect to Sydenham, they've stopped us from playing our normal game. The sending off, it happens, and I had to make some changes, put fresh legs on. I thought when we went down to 10 men, there was a 10-15 minute spell where I thought, oh, we might be able to nick one here, might be able to get the equaliser. But the at the end of the day, we got beat fair and square.
Mike, the goal, their winner, obviously Jack's injured. He wasn't fit to play, so he played. Did he get injured before they scored, or did he get injured in trying to recover to stop them scoring? Can you?
No, he's had a bit of a tweak all week. We weren't sure whether he was going to be fit. He's been desperate to play. He's come down and has done a really good warm-up. We've had our reserve team goalkeeper down, Darryl as well, who's on the bench, who never lets us down either. But Jack was desperate to play, and he said, look, he's capable of playing. He was using his left foot all game. I think he was fine, but I think during that moment he just twinged it and he didn't have the reactions to deal with it. But look, you know, it's one mistake, and to say that Jack's been up there with one of our best players all season, you know, it happens.
Everyone knows how good he is.
Yeah, it happens. He's gutted, but you know, one mistake I can count 10 times when he's pulled off a wonder save and won us points this season. So it happens, and we'll move on from it.
We'll stay with you for one, and then we'll go back to DImmo. Donnet thought he scored. Are the players saying that he scored with that header? Did it go over the line?
You know, I'm 60 yards away, so I thought it was well over. I think it's unlucky. He's got there. I think for me, he should put him and the ball in the back of the net, and then there's no doubt. But it's unlucky, and I'll give the goalkeeper his due. I think he's.
Because he made a save seconds before that as well, didn't he?
Yeah. He's been brave when he's had to be brave. And look, you know what? We're standing down here 60 yards away. The lino's right on the line, so it might have been over. It might not, but I think you've got to give the goalkeeper the benefit of the doubt on that situation, I think.
DImmo, I said to Clyde and Paul from Sydenham, look, it's probably in their hands now. You've got to hope someone stops them winning a game, and you can't make no more mistakes. So what's your message now to your players?
Well, like I just said in the change room, basically, it's how you react. You've just been beaten. It's our first game we've lost all season. It's
in all competitions.
In all competitions, it's how you react. In my eyes. Now we've got a cup final next week. Now, in my eyes, after today's performance, I've got an easy pick. Who plays and who doesn't. But
can you still win the league, Richard? Do you think you'll still win the league, or are you now hoping that they sort of mess up?
I can't see them messing up, but like I said to Clyde before today's game, we've had a lot of fixtures in the space of 2 or 3 weeks, and they're going to have the same.
They actually said that in their interview. They've got games coming thick and fast.
They have got a lot of midweek games. Now, 6:30 kick-offs. He may have a strong side, he may not, but what can I say?
You're not going to give up, no? You still got to believe that you can still. Well, you guarantee promotion, Chad.
Yep.
So that's your first thing. Promotion's guaranteed, but you want to win the title.
We want to win the league, and we'll go out to make sure that in those final 2 games we don't make another mistake, because if we slip up in those 2 games and then Sydenham go and lose, we'll never get over that. So I think we'll go out and do what we've got to do in those last 2 games and just keep our fingers crossed. But fair play to them, because they put it in their hands now. So it's just a case of watching their results closely and keeping our fingers crossed, as we say.
And finally, it did flare up a little bit today, but what I have to say is at the full-time whistle, both benches were hugging each other and shaking hands, so there was a lot of goodwill at the end of the game, weren't there? I'm sure they think the same. You know, it's a healthy rivalry. You know, we want to beat them, they want to beat us. Stuff happens during football. You know, you get flaring up. It's instinctive. You can't help that sort of stuff. But I think we're always keen to make sure that we're respectful, and the players are, and Clyde and his guys have always been the same as well. If we've beaten them, they're always the first to come over and handshakes and say well done and stuff, and we want to make sure we're the same. So I think it's a healthy rivalry to have, and you know, stuff like that happens in a game, but you've got to make sure it doesn't get out of hand, I think. Well done, Taps, on coming and speaking to us after the game. Hopefully we're going to be at the cup final. I think we've got to check with the Kent FA, but hopefully we can get a bit of silverware and then kick on in the league.
Fingers crossed, Tom. Cheers, buddy.